Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is your friend and brother Mubita Nawa, and we come to you today to inspire someone, to motivate someone, to challenge someone, and to help someone determine and understand their true worth when it comes to career choices, career guidance, career progress, career counseling, and career advice. For a lot of people, Mondays are very, very depressing. They ask themselves, why do I do what I do? Why do I come to work? Why do I struggle so much? Why am I wasting so much money trying to make so little money? Why is it that my take home pay cannot even take me home? Our session today is providing career guidance, the process of helping you as an individual, as a student, as a citizen, to determine and to help you make adequate educational and career decisions, to establish whether your occupational choices, your career decisions are based on the demand requirements of a particular economy and not on the emotional setbacks of an individual. It is possible to choose a career based on economic aspects instead of passion as a guidance. You have to ask yourself, am I exploring a plan to my proper future? Am I endeavoring on my choices based on my personal individual convictions? Or am I doing this based on perhaps things that other people have said to me? Or perhaps on a participation in a group work? Perhaps on a linkage to my parents' careers? Perhaps on an academic recommendation by somebody who didn't even fully understand what my true passion may have been. Your career has to constantly improve. Your career has to constantly challenge. Your career has to constantly provide. This talk today will help you guide so that you can fulfill your true aspirations as a citizen, that your choices ought to determine your future. Let me put it this way. There are certain types of information and knowledge that is important to your career path. You have to know and determine to yourself, am I at the right proper occupational space or am I not? What are some of the frustrations that come with wrong career choices? The first and obvious one is stress. You find yourself in overwhelming stress. You find yourself burdened by the need to to impress rather than the need to improve. You find yourself burdened by the need to satisfy commands rather than the need to satisfy inspiration. You find yourself overburdened. Another problem and frustration with wrong career choices is that your level of expenditure will remain high, but your level of income will remain low. A good career must match one's responsibility. To whom much is given, much is required. What can you do? What can we do to ensure that we are not in a frustrated space? Must we sit and cry? Must we sit and feel overburdened? Must we sit and feel overwhelmed? No, we mustn't. The first thing we must do is accept the fact that we are where we are. Whether it is by choice, by happenstance, by circumstance, or even by at gunpoint. Accept. Accept. Acceptance is a very powerful tool to the liberation of your soul. Acceptance is the first step to either correcting, mitigating, improving, or completely changing your career path. Number 2, take up the mantle and responsibility of your own happiness. I accept that I'm a nurse when I thought I could be a teacher. I accept that I'm a small scale farmer when I thought I was going to be a big time commercial farmer. I accept that I only have 2 followers on my Facebook account when I thought by this time I was going to have 200 followers on my account. I accept that I only get paid $10 a month when I actually wanted $100 a month. That acceptance, therefore, matures into significant self-accountability, into significant personal responsibility, into significant ultimate breaking of barriers that are going to change our lives forever. Your life, your goal, your motivation, your abilities, your power, your prayer, your praise, your passion. Careers must begin to challenge you. It's okay to accept, but now challenge yourself. I accept simply because I don't want to waste my energy through negativity. Now, therefore, I'm challenging myself to go to the next level. I'm challenging myself to build a better and brighter future. What are some of the common career mistakes that people make in their lives? What are some of the number one mistake that a lot of people make in their careers? The first mistake is that they miss deadlines. There are seasons and there are reasons. Understand, what was my deadline? When was my deadline? Why did I have a deadline? Mistake number 2, not being able to negotiate their way whilst in a career. Especially Africans, and this may range from country to country within the continent of Africa. Some Africans are more aggressive than others. But for the most part, a lot of Africans may be considered passive, may be considered over-tolerant. And therefore, we don't feel we have a right to negotiate, for example, the contents of our contract, the contents of our salary. We don't feel that we have the right to tell people exactly what it is that we want. Your career is not a benevolent act. You are not employed because you are destitute. You are employed because you are qualified. You are employed because you are the right person for the job. You are employed because you are deserving. Therefore, you ought to place some demands and a price tag on your career. That way, even as you move from place to place, you are getting a part of the cake, a part of the pie, a part of the apple. Negotiating. There has to come a level in your career where you are on such high demand that you can literally say, before I come there, I need a brand new car. I've seen the house you're giving me as my accommodation, but I think you can do better. I believe you want me because I'm good at what I do. And if I'm going to do what I do, I need to sleep worry-free, and I need to sleep in a nice place. The color of the paint of the sitting room in my house that you've given me is too bright. Change that to gray. Charcoal gray. Mistake number 3. Many people stop networking once they have a job. They stop learning from others. They stop engaging other people. They stop attending certain functions where you build relationships, where you build camaraderie, where you build references. Remember, career doors are opened by career people. So you want to be in a place where you have a very rich network around you, where you have amazing friends who will tell you amazing insights on amazing upcoming things. Mistake number 4, slightly similar to the third one, burning bridges once you have a job. A lot of people, once they get employed, they just start what we call in Zambia pontaling. They just start insulting. They just start doing things like riffraffs in an I don't care type of manner. Now, when you burn a bridge, you better be sure you're not going to need that road. But because no man is an island, we need each other. We need each other. So why burn a bridge that you might want one day on your way back? And one of the things I've noticed is if you are mean to people in your new job, in your new lifestyle, in your new career, karma is a bitch, my friend. Karma is going to come get you. You need to start picking up some calls, checking on people, sending some people airtime, credit, loving messages, just saying, I called to say hi. You were in my thoughts. I just wanted to say thank you. And I want you to know I got you in my mind. That's it. When you hear that your friend somewhere is going through a particular situation, stretch out your arm, stretch out your spirit, stretch out your face, and be there for others. These careers that we have are temporary. I know someone who became CEO of a particular organization. This person stopped talking to me. I didn't care much. It was their decision. But I knew something that they didn't know, which is that life is a Ferris wheel. Life is a roundabout. Life is a journey. What goes up will come down. And so they went away for 5-6 years. I could see them flashing around the dollars and money and new cars and whatnot. They were happening. Until one day, they lost everything. And like time clock, they called. And at that time, I had no business doing business with them. And some of you are like that person. You will only call people when your career messes up. Okay, let's finish up. Mistake number 5, failing to brush up on your skills. Just because you are now a doctor doesn't mean learning ends. Just because you've got a job doesn't mean personal improvement should stop. You must still carry on. You must still go on. improving yourself. There are three major things you must avoid in your career. Number one, strictly focusing on money. You cannot focus on money alone. Focus on relationships, focus on growth, focus on development. Number two, overlooking long-term demand for growth. Start looking at what are your long-term goals. Because if you have a narrow perspective of your career, you will ignore critical components that will leverage you in future. Number three, not considering the requirements of others in that team, in that organization. Number four, crossing someone else's career. Don't go to the top by killing others. Go to the top as you lift others. Number four, do not choose another person's career. Have your own, based on your own instincts and passions and giftings. I want to leave you with some solutions. I think we talked about it earlier, about acceptance, but I want to leave you some solutions. Whatever area you see that there is something lacking, resolve to make the change now. Don't procrastinate. Don't put for tomorrow what you can do today. Number two, embrace an active role in your story. Your career is a story. You are the narrator. You are the author. You are the editor. This life is not a script. It is real. So embrace an active role in making sure that your story ends well. Focus on the future. Focus on the future. Forget about all the mistakes you've made. Time for change has come, and it is now. Focus on the future. And never ever confuse success with staying power. Success can be flirting. Success can happen in a twinkling of an eye. And to be honest with you, success, anyone can be successful. So you want to make sure you make the right decisions and make the right paths and make the future bright and not just make temporary gains. So make sure you self-assess. What am I good at? How am I doing? How is my soul? How is my attitude? Identify and research your options. What is there for me now? What is there for me tomorrow that is not there for me today? Assess that. Analyze your SWOT analysis, your strength, your weakness, your opportunities, as well as your threats. Number three, evaluate your priorities. What do I want to do first? Don't try and change the whole world overnight. Do things bit by bit. Do things one at a time. And number four, take action and try your options. Where possible, sit back and reflect. How did I do? What motivated me? And remember the great saying, if at first you don't succeed, then try again. That's it. I always look at careers as gas stations, filling stations, refueling stations, places where we go to re-energize, places where we go to recalibrate, places where we go to push ourselves to the next place. You don't sit at a fuel station and start digging foundation for a house. No. You put fuel in your engine, in your motor vehicle, in your automobile, or you recharge your batteries and you start all over again. As you do your career, be true to your family. Be there for your children. Be there for your spouse. Be available for family programs. Don't pursue careers above family, my friend. Careers don't keep people. It's families that do. Maybe now you don't need them, but one day you will. Have a blessed, beautiful day. Smile at work. Live the life, child, babe. Be determined, be motivated, be excellent. This is your friend and brother Mobita now. I'll talk to you next time. Thank you for joining us. I'm out.